All right, so you're a new realtor and you don't know where to get started and what to do for your business. Well, first things first, you need to tell everybody that you know that you're a realtor. Sounds like a normal task, but so many times us agents just assume that everybody knows that we got started in real estate just from one simple social media post, things like that. I would suggest to reach out to all of your sphere of influence. So, what's your sphere of influence, you might ask? Sphere of influence is anybody that you come in contact with on the regular. So it could be coworkers for another job that you had previously. It could be your husband's coworkers. It could be your kids' family. Like I've got small kids and all of our friends and families. It could be your kids' sports teams, church, any organizations that you're with. If you're playing in a tennis club or if you go and play bingo on Tuesday nights, it could be the bar. Bar is a great place to go talk to people about real estate. But you need to let those people know that you're actually selling properties now and that you're more than happy to help them out. And that you got great training that you're ready to do. Put people at ease whenever you reach out to them. Say, hey, I know I'm new at real estate, but I'm ready to give this a shot. I've got a great team behind me. So if I've got any questions, they're helping me out along the way. So don't be nervous that I'm a new realtor. Very first thing you always got to do is go ahead and find that biggest flaw about you in your real estate career and go ahead and attack it directly. So whenever that person gets off the phone and they say, well, they're a brand new realtor, I'd never used them. So my response straight from the get-go before they even have to think about that is, I know that I'm a brand new realtor and most people are a little bit scared in this market to use a new realtor. But I just want to go ahead and let you know that I am hustling. I've got a great team that is right behind me answering any questions that I have. And I'm not too ashamed to say I don't know everything, but I'm willing to find out for you and I'm willing to hustle. So if you've got any real estate needs, let me know. So that's how I would actually text somebody, call them, things like that. So whenever you actually call somebody to let them know that you're starting to be a realtor, you need to go ahead and update your SOI. So right here, I've got an example of our spreadsheet that we use for our SOI. This imports directly into Real Geeks. So for example, let's just say that I want to put myself in there. Not only whenever I fill out this SOI, am I going to put in just the information that I know, I'm going to ask them for other stuff too whenever I'm in this conversation with these people that I'm reaching out for these touches. So I'm going to say, hey, Dustin, what's your best email to reach you at? And so I'm going to put in their email and make sure that it's their primary email. So I realize that most of us are actually going to be doing this through text messages or a phone call. But if you happen to see somebody in person, that's even better actually. But ask them for their phone number. Make sure that it's the up-to-date phone number. You're not using something crazy. And then that way you just say, hey, my company is really big into events and we're giving back to the community. So I like to keep everybody in touch. So I just want to update my database, make sure I've got everybody's correct information. Go down the line and actually fill in as much as you possibly can. For us, we use our alternate phone numbers if they're married and their spouse is in there. Street address. Most agents won't actually fill this thing out the full complete way. The reason being is because they're too lazy. If you're too lazy to actually fill out an SOI spreadsheet, then you probably don't need to be in real estate. Because what we do with this here over at Mantle is we fill out this whole thing as much as we possibly can. So if I know your address, I'm going to put it in here. The reason being is whenever we're ready to send out a card, so it might be a card that says, hey, just a reminder, I'm a realtor, or hey, happy birthday. You can send a card out that way. Or the Christmas cards. We always send out Christmas cards and we just export all of our SOI leads and send everybody in our SOI Christmas card. Everybody loves them. We send about 4,000 Christmas cards is what we sent out this year. So make sure you go down the line. Yes, some of this stuff you're not going to know. Source type is going to be SOI or sphere of influence, however you want to type it in there for us if you're inside the Real Geek system. Other notes, things like that, you can put in other people's information if you know that they're already looking for a house, where they live at, things like that. The rest of this stuff is pretty much stuff you're not going to actually be able to fill out because a lot of it has to do with home buying, things like that. If you are an experienced agent and you are trying to go into our Real Geeks or use Real Geeks in general, you can take somebody else's spreadsheet that you had of their areas that they're looking to purchase, what their price point is, things like that, and import it in here into the spreadsheet. It would help you out in the long run. Most people don't have that access. So there you go off of that. Tags, we use the tags for like school systems, subdivisions that they live in, subdivisions they want to live in, if they have kids, if they're on our Christmas card list. We use tags for a lot of different things. Anniversary, big thing for us is we like to call people on their anniversary or call them on their birthday. So if you see the last 4 dates right here is anniversary, due diligence, birthday, and home purchase. So those are built into our system. You might not have that. They might not have bought a home with you previously, but if they have, then you can put it in there. If you know their anniversary, it's a great touch to be able to call and say happy anniversary. It's a great touch to call the husband the day before or the week before and say, hey, don't forget about your anniversaries coming up. Your wife's a good person for dealing with you, and reach out to them that way. Same thing with birthdays. We always want to call our clients on our birthdays. Makes people feel special. So we can talk about that later. But that's actually what I would do first if I was a brand new agent. I would fill out a sphere of influence lead sheet. That way I know who to go contact.